drives you to want to do this?
I can't imagine not. I think I'd go crazy.
Obviously passion, right? I love music. And then obviously a little bit of spite. To the people that said, like, you can never do this, you can't, like, you'll never amount to anything, like, you can't play music for a living. Passion and spite is why I do this.
There's little highs if you had a really good show and a lot of people, you can tell from the crowd is reacting really well, where, you know, a lot of people come up to you afterwards and give you compliments, and it's like, oh, that's so nice. You know, it's like 15 minutes of a high, and then the rest of the night you're like, all right, it's over. I guess I'll get up and go to work tomorrow.
Tonight on Band in Seattle, channeling classic shoegaze, Olympia's own Waves Crashing hits the Band in Seattle stage. Welcome to Band in Seattle, live from the historic Central Saloon.
I moved here in 2019. I was living in Denver for a while, for almost a decade, and I had a band there. So when I left, they disbanded, and then within 6 months of living here, hitting Craigslist ads and found Bryce.
He put out a Craigslist ad, and I had just finished my last course in college right before, it was in March of 2020, so it was like a couple days right before the lockdown started from COVID. I had all this free time on my hands, and so it took a month and a half where I did nothing, and then I got just bored out of my mind, so answered his ad on Craigslist and met up with him, and I mean, yeah, that's basically how it started.
Took a little pause with the pandemic, but after that we got back and running.
Josh number two. So when I first moved up to Washington in 2013, I again found him on Craigslist.
And then I knew him a little bit from guitar repair, because I do guitar repair on the side, so he was a customer.
And so when the opportunity to play bass came up, which is an instrument that I would not consider my first instrument by any means, I was like, sure. And it's kind of started as like a fill-in position, just for 2 gigs, and then they asked me to play another one, and then just you get invited and you never leave, and they don't ask you to leave, so it just kind of becomes official.
People who have used Craigslist for anything, any kind of ad looking for somebody, you never know what you're gonna get. And so it's always, I feel like, a surprise when you get somebody that's even keeled.
People be like, okay, Josh and Josh, okay, well, what's your last name? Calisti and Charette, so people can't even say Josh C and Josh whatever, because we're both Josh C. So yeah, Josh 1, Josh 2.
Sinking deeper inside. I don't know where I've been. Follow me and join me. I sleep and walk into your light. Neurological lights. Going out for a midnight stroll. Around the corner, right back home.
Josh is awesome. He's definitely the heart and soul of the band. He's the guy that the brains of Waves Crashing, and he's definitely the one that's most inspired by the genre. He loves the indie and the shoegaze and all that. You know, I like a lot of that music as well, but he's in it. You know, without Josh, there wouldn't be any Waves Crashing for sure.
When you're a live rock band and you have loud drums and guitars and all that, as a vocalist, I'm not a very loud vocalist. I'm more soft. And some people really like listening to drums and the beat. Some people are guitar people. Some people are bass people. Some people really connect with the lyrics. Some people just connect with the harmonies and melodies. Sometimes you're not going to understand the lyrics, but personally, it's more of a taste thing. I always like the vocals kind of like as another instrument in the music, rather as in with pop music, the vocals and the beat are like right in your face. And it's just a stylistic choice when you're mixing music to have those vocals just be another element, another texture, and every instrument be unison together.
My mind is restless all day. I don't know where I've been. Follow me and join me. I sleep and walk into your light. Neurological getting right.
When we return, find out more about Waves Crashing.
Lights turn down the undertone, so slow. For your good to kill the glow, below. Against the grain and with the flow, tiptoe. They build you up to let you go. Exhale, wish something better, wish. From trouble, wish on the future, only from love.
Wish was off our last EP. Wish is like a bunch of mixed thoughts of trying to, you know, kind of the grass is always greener, you know, wishing for more, but maybe it's okay with what you have.
Wish is my favorite song. This is one I feel probably more than any song that I had the most, or like my hand in the most in the writing and recording process. I think it's one of our most experimental songs.
When we recorded it, we weren't really sure if people were gonna like it. We weren't really sure if it was just something that we were doing for ourselves because we enjoyed it. But the reaction to it has actually been really surprising. Like, people have really taken to it. It's a good lesson for us to not really underestimate the potential of something. I like to listen to it, but I enjoy even more to hear other people's reactions to it.
I'll come up with like a basic verse, chorus structure. You know, I'll have a melody or lyrics, and then I bring it to them.
We'll kind of talk about it and try to turn it into like, you know, an arrangement. That's kind of where I think my strong suit is in the arrangement. A million pop songs go verse, chorus, outro, or whatever, you know. And so it's like, well, how can we like put a little spin or a little flair on the kind of like the pop norm?
We'll come up with ideas, and he'll usually record them on his phone and send it into a file, and we listen to it, and we get together and we just kind of mess around with it and see if we can come up with anything. But he comes up with most of the ideas.
Talking still, don't want to know. Too much time to think, little time to live. End of the day, where do I go?
Life on Display is probably one of my favorite songs.
Life on Display, you know, one of my favorites. I think it's got an incredible bass line. You know, kudos to Josh #2. I wrote it with just guitar chords, so it was pretty boring. And then he slapped this really interesting kind of 80s chorus, new wave bass line on it.
Life on Display was called Oceans at the time. Bryce and Josh were kind of at odds with it. I think I walked into the rehearsal one time and, you know, all across the oceans, he's playing it. I kind of figure out the basic chords and I'm like kind of messing with it. I throw my chorus on and everyone's ears kind of perks up a little bit. Like, that's an interesting sound. And then from that moment, it was just like, this song is gonna be something, you know?
It was my first time ever recording and editing one of our music videos. I really enjoyed it. It taught me a lot, not only musically and like recording wise, but also like video wise. Like it was fun.
After the break, discover more about waves crashing.
This way anymore.
Rose Hue, we made a music video in my backyard in the woods, like right at dusk, and we just used an iPhone. Really the lighting, right? I feel like lighting is everything. I don't know anything about video production. Bryce does. I decided, I was like, hey, let's shoot this video like right at the tree line. We're gonna use iPhones and weird colored, whatever lights we have, and we'll just edit it as best as we can.
Yeah, this is another newer one off our last EP, Ancora. Super fun to play live. Just I can always see people like head bobbing and tapping their foot and everything, just because it's got a good like pace to it.
Wasting precious seconds. That's the sun I hear. In a summer, everything is clear. The past is love, guys. Always trying to make it last. No matter what you do, even through a rose hue, that I really you.
For me, personally, and the other guys might have their own reasons, I like making records, really. I feel like that gives me the most satisfaction when you, because you know, it's permanent. You make a record, you got these songs on it, no matter if it's a single, full length, or an EP, it could be years from now, it could be 20 years from now, and I could be older, and I could still look back and say, and be proud of that. Live shows are fun and all, and meeting people are really great, and I'm really appreciative that the people that lend us their ear. But I like making the recordings and having that like snapshot in time, and I like having something to show for it.
We've done things in the past where we've recorded something, and as we've been playing it live, it changes. And so we've re-recorded some of the older stuff that we've had. And I think it turns out for the better. Like, as we keep going, we get tighter as a group, the songs just start to sound better and better.
Who am I without a blame? Justified. All in my head. Mind to emotion. All in my head. Mind to emotion.
In my head, this song is probably destined to always be our closer. It's just got this awesome bass drum kind of groove.
It just feels like it's a good cap to everything that we do.
Really good shoegaze, noise rock song. My influences are in there too, you know, like a little bit of the Smiths, a little bit of My Bloody Valentine, you know, that 80s, 90s rock. It just got a lot of energy live, so we always save it for last.
That just seems to be the one that ever since we started playing it, people reacted the best to. Okay, so this is our last song. No matter what we played before this, you're gonna remember this one, so we'll just leave on a good note.
The bright sky,
watching. To find out more about our bands, go to bandinseattle.com. Special thanks to the Central Saloon.